the burning question again, what's for dinner? Last night I canned up some honey garlic chicken. I don't like that there's so little liquid in here, and that was because there was siphoning. It happens. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and use it for dinner. You can make this without canning. All I did was added my chicken cut up, some honey to coat it, and some garlic. Now with me on this, I used the honey garlic that I made in a previous video. So go check that out. You'll see what I used. It's very beautiful stuff. By the way, guys, I want you to hear something. This is a really good seal. I'm surprised, but got a really good seal. Ready? Got it on. Heating it up. I'm going to add, I'd say maybe a quarter cup of water. The reason being is I opened 3 jars. So I took a little bit of water and I'm swishing it around to get all that goodness out of there. And I transferred it from jar to jar. This is the last jar. And I'm just going to pour it in there. And what you do is you heat it up and let it simmer so that it boils the liquid down. It reduces the liquid down so it's more of a sauce. You want something thicker. So that's how you do it. You reduce it down. It'll take a little bit, but everything will be fine. Okay, guys. The meat is warmed in that. I'm going to make a gravy in a minute, and I'll show you how to do that. But first, I want to get my rice started. So we've got, because I'm having company, I'm making more than what I normally would. This is going to feed 2 to 3 people. All I'm doing is 2 cups of water, to 1 cup of rice. And due to salt restrictions on certain people, I am not adding salt to my rice. But you stir that around so it's all nice and loose. There we go. And normally I would do it pan method, but I ain't got time. And this is going to be quicker and easier for me. Push it down just like a toaster, let it go. It'll do its cycle. Now, I want to turn this down just a hair. Make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom. Alright. Scoop my meat out. Now I did break this up a little bit because it was chunky, because that's the way I put it into the jar last night. I mean, it was huge chunks. And no worries, where I'm touching the pan right here is not hot. Okay, I know my pans, and that's something you learn as you cook. Now, what's left in there is fine. You don't have to worry about it. Now, in this jar, I have a 1 tablespoon of flour, 4 tablespoons of water. And we're just going to pour it on in. Now, the reason we did that was we want to thicken this gravy. Okay, so all you want to do is, as it's cooking, just keep stirring it. And it will thicken up. As you can see, it's already started. And what I want to do is bring it back up to the boil, because that'll thicken it. Okay, this is getting thick. That's about where I want it. Now I'll turn off the heat. The longer it sits, not only the colder it'll get, but the thicker it'll get. Okay, rice is done. Let's get this party started. Now, what I did was I put hot water in my coffee cup, because that's what I'm going to serve my gravy in. Another use for a canning funnel, by the way. It's a little too thick right now. So what I'm going to do, another pointer tip, see how thick it got? I am going to add a little bit of water and heat it through again. It won't take but a minute. A little bit at a time until you get to your desired consistency. Just get it nice and heated through, and we'll be good. There we go. Now it's heating up again. Awesome. Oh, that is going to be so good. Now you know you got to taste your food as you go along, right? Now I don't do nothing fancy. No fancy dinnerware or anything like that. I scrape the pan. Because we got to get all that good stuff, you know. You have your sauce. There. Got your base.
Dog?
Yep.
You had rice going on.
Yeah, I don't eat it too often, but when I do, it's a good reason. Pour a little sauce on it, and we're good to go. And that's all there is to it. Time to eat.